Good morning, class. So we're doing a recorded video like this morning instead of our usual Zoom meetings because I have a doctor's appointment this morning, so that's why. But we will do our regular Zoom meeting tomorrow morning. So we'll all be back together on Zoom tomorrow morning. All right, let's do some calendar, and then I promised you all that we'd read this book again. But first, let's do calendar. Okay, I'm going to start my computer over here. Yesterday, we had a new month. It's not August anymore. Now what month is it? Look, it starts with an S, and we know S makes a s sound. It's September now. Now it's September. We have a new month. Okay, let's look at all of our months of the years here. January's the first month, and then February, March, April, May, June, July, August. That was last month, August. Now it's September. So it's missing there from the wall because it's on our calendar there. So let's see, if this month is September, what month is next month gonna be? Next month is gonna be October, and then November and December. But let's look at our calendar. We only have one day in there so far. We still have to fill all the days on our calendar before September is over and before we have a new month of October, right? Okay, let's figure out what day today is. Yesterday was September 1st. So what comes after number 1? 2. So today is September 2nd. So there's my number 2. I'm going to put it right there on my calendar. And now let's figure out the day of the week. So I'm going to point to the date, and then we go up, right there. And the day of the week starts with a W. And we know W makes a wah sound. Yesterday was Tuesday, so today is Wednesday. So here is my little days of the week. We've got Sunday, Monday, Tuesday was yesterday. Here's Wednesday with the W, so I need to move my arrow to Wednesday. Okay, let's start talking about our weather. We can start graphing, or not graphing, but tracking our weather. So we have the season is summer. The next season is going to be fall, and that'll be a little bit later in September, a little later this month, but it's still summer right now. The weather is hot and sunny. Lots of hot, sunny weather when it's summertime. All right, let's figure out our day of school. If you have a hundreds chart at home that you've been keeping track of, you can get that out now. So let's see, here's our hundreds chart. Oh my goodness, we filled up the entire first row. And remember, there's 10 days in each row. Now, we've filled up so far the 11 and the 12. What would come next after 12? Let's see. Let's count just to make sure that we're right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So today is number 13. And it looks like there's a 1 and a 3 in the number 13. A 1 and a 3. So I'm going to put my 13 there. Now we've filled up a whole row and 3 of this row. Let's count and see how many more days do we have until we fill our second row. Let's count and see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 more days until we fill our second row. That's exciting. And then once we fill all these rows and we get down to 100, we have our 100th day of school party, which is a really fun day. All right. Oops, the pattern. Not forget the pattern. Okay. Yesterday we did an A, B, C, D, E pattern. That was such a long pattern. Okay, let's see. I'm going to make a pattern, and you try to figure out what kind of pattern it is, okay? Let's see. So far we have star, square, triangle, triangle. Star, square, triangle, triangle, star. Okay, did you figure out what kind of letter pattern this is? Did you try to figure it out? Let's see if you're right. Let's figure it out together. First, let's say the pattern by shape. You ready? We're going to say it by shape. Star, square, triangle, triangle. Star, square, triangle, triangle. Star, and then square would be next. So did you figure out what kind of letter pattern it is? So stars are A. We have one A. Squares are B. We have one B. And then that means triangles would be C. And we have two C's. So we would say A, B, C, C. A, B, C, C. A, and then B would be next. All right, there's our pattern. So tomorrow when we're back doing Zoom, our morning meeting with Zoom, you guys can help me figure out the pattern and make the pattern. Okay, I promised you yesterday that we would read The Pigeon Needs a Bath again. So before we start a new letter, some new letter practice, we'll read this book. All right, The Pigeon Needs a Bath. And the pigeon says, I do not. First page is a bunch of dirty pigeons playing in the mud. The bus driver says, hi, I don't know if you've noticed, but the pigeon is filthy. And filthy means really, really dirty. So I could use your help because the pigeon needs a bath. That is a matter of opinion, says the pigeon. What a kidder. I don't really need a bath. I took one last month. Oh, I think it was last month. Scratch, scratch. Clean, dirty. They're just words, right? I feel clean. Maybe you need a bath. Yeah, when was the last time you had a bath? When was the last time we all had a bath? Maybe yesterday, maybe this morning, but I bet it was sometime recently. Oh, that was pretty recently. Life is so short. Why waste it on unimportant things, like taking a bath? What smell? Oh, I don't smell anything. Look at all those lines. Mo Willems drew those lines to show the reader, to show us that he really does smell. And if I do, it's a very normal smell for a pigeon. You know, in some places, it's impolite to bathe. Here come some flies. Buzz, buzz, buzz. All these flies buzzing around are purely coincidental. Buzz, buzz, buzz. And the flies say, P-U, yuck, let's get out of here. Take a bath, dude. And aren't flies supposed to like things that smell bad? Maybe the pigeon smells too bad, even for flies. Okay, fine. If it means so much to you. Whoa, well, I'm not gonna like this one bit. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me read them one page at a time here. Okay. The bath is too hot, too cold, too lukewarm, too hot, too wet, too cold, not enough toys, too many toys. The pigeon is hard to please. Too deep, not deep enough, too cold. Now it's too hot again. Too reflective. Oh my gosh, that one's funny. Too reflective. That's still too hot. Well, I guess it's okay. And then he goes, splash! splash! He jumps right in the bath. Hey, this is fun! Washy wash wash, la la la, singing in the tub. This is the life. I love bubbles. Look at my wrinkly toes. Hello, hello. How are you? I'm fine. I'm a fish. I'm a fish. Look, he's pretending to be a fish. So funny. 10 hours later. Oh my gosh, that's a long time to spend in a bathtub. Can I stay in the tub forever? Turns out he loves baths after all. And then, let's see, the back is a bunch of pigeons having fun in the bath with little ducky toys. And then one duckling in the bath with a little pigeon toy. So funny. All right, everybody. So let's start talking about a new letter. Earlier in the week, we were talking about the letter H. Now we're going to do a new letter. We're going to do the letter K. K is kind of tricky though, because K makes a K sound. But what other letter also makes a K sound? C, right? A lot of times C makes a K sound too. So both C and K make K sounds. So it's kind of tricky. Okay, let's read a K page. So this is uppercase K. And this is lowercase k, and they both make the same sound, a k sound. The koala kisses a kitten. So koala, kisses, and kitten all start with a K. King kangaroo kicks a kettle. So kick, kangaroo, and kettle. Oh, and king all start with a K. The kitten locks the kennel with a key. So kitten, kennel, and key both start with a k sound, a K sound. Okay? All right. K is also kind of tricky to write. So I'm going to teach you how to write uppercase K and lowercase k now with our markers and boards, but we're going to practice again tomorrow. So don't worry if it's kind of hard. We're going to practice again tomorrow because they're kind of tricky. So get out your markers and boards. And I'm going to use this big board here so it'll be easy for you all to see. But it has the same lines as your board. See? There is the skyline, here's the plane line, and here's the grass line. The worm line is also down there, but we don't need to go to the worm line for K. K just goes between skyline and grass line. All right, so everybody make sure you have your board. Make sure you have your dry erase marker. Is everybody ready? You can always pause the video if you need to go get your board or your marker. Okay, all right, we're going to go ahead and start. So we're going to start with uppercase K. Uppercase K, you're going to start on this skyline and you're going to go straight down to the grass line. Start on the skyline and go straight down to the grass line. What letter does that look like so far? Looks like a lowercase L so far, right? But we're not done yet. Now, for uppercase K, you're going to start a little bit over here on the skyline, and you're going to slant down to the plane line. And then, without lifting your marker, you're going to slant down to the grass line. That's kind of a hard letter to write, isn't it? We're going to practice this one a lot. Don't worry. So I'll say it again. You start from the skyline and go straight down to the grass line. Then start a little bit farther on the skyline and slant backwards to the plane line. And then slant forwards to the grass line. Let's try it again. So put your marker on the skyline and go straight down to the grass line. Then put your marker on the skyline again and slant backwards to the plane line. Then, oops, I lifted my marker. Oopsies. Then slant forward to the grass line. And there is your uppercase K. This is tricky. Don't worry. We'll practice again tomorrow. Now let's practice some lowercase k. All right, so let's erase your uppercase K's. So erase your uppercase K. Okay, now that our board is all nice and clean, you have your marker, we're ready to start lowercase k. So remember, upper and lowercase k both make the same sound. They both make a K sound, but they look a little bit different. So lowercase k, little k, it also starts on the skyline down to the grass line. So far it's the same. But instead of starting on the skyline for lowercase k, you're going to start on the plane line. So start on the plane line a little bit ahead of where you wrote this line. And you're going to slant over to the line and then slant down to the grass line. I know, that's a tricky one. We'll practice, don't worry. So do you see how I slanted back? I slanted back about halfway between the plane line and the grass line. About halfway. Okay? Let's try it again. So put your marker on the skyline and draw a line straight down to the grass line. Then you're going to put your marker on the plane line and you're going to slant over about halfway between the plane line and the grass line and then slant forward down to the grass line. And there's your lowercase k. So the first line goes from skyline to grass line, but look, this little slanty part, it only goes from plane line to grass line. So we're going to try to make sure that these slanty lines don't go above the plane line and don't go below the grass line. Okay, we'll practice this one more, don't worry. All right, everybody, that's it for our handwriting practice today. So go ahead and put your marker lids back on nice and tight so they don't dry out. And you can erase your boards. And now we're going to do a little bit of work with tally charts, okay? So yesterday, remember we graphed our favorite Mo Willems characters? And then we did a tally chart of which Mo Willems book we were going to read first. Okay, we're going to do another tally chart today, all right? So I'm going to take this off so I have my whiteboard. There we go. All right, so I want you all to do a tally chart with your families today. Sometime today, it doesn't have to be right now. It could be later today, this afternoon or around dinner time. And then if you want to, you don't have to, but if you want to, tomorrow when we're all back together using Zoom, you can share your tally charts with us, okay? So I'm going to tell you, I'm going to do an example here, and then I'm going to give you some other examples for you to choose from, or you can think of your own, okay? So a tally chart, remember you can have a couple different options, and then you can take a vote. You can ask your family to vote, and then you draw a line for whatever they voted for. Okay, so you could do a tally chart with your family for what does your family want to eat for dinner tonight. You could do a tally chart with your family for what your family's favorite movie is. You could do a tally chart of what their favorite vacation was that you've ever taken together. Okay, let's see, another example is what your family's favorite thing to do on the weekends is. Okay, those are all examples of what you can do, or you can come up with your own, okay? So the example one that I'm going to do a tally chart for what my family wants to do this evening, okay? So if I were going to do a tally chart for that, I would come up with some options, right? Maybe we could walk the dog. Maybe that's one of our options, is to go on a walk with our dog around the neighborhood. So let's see. I'll draw somebody walking. Okay, There we go. And he's carrying, this person in my family is carrying the leash. And then I'll draw the little dog. Let's see. Oops. Okay, and that's supposed to be my dog. Does that kind of look like a dog? There's walking the dog, okay? Let's see. Another option of what we could do tonight would be we could watch a movie. So I'll draw a TV. And remember, it does not have to be perfect. So let's see. Another option of what we could do tonight. What else could you do with your family? Let's see. You could play a game. So I'll do this is like a board game. And that's where you start. And then you go all around. Play a board game. I'll put some dice over here. Maybe the board game needs dice. Okay, so then I would go around to all the people in my family and I would ask them, do you want to go on a walk with a dog? Do you want to watch TV or movie? Or do you want to play a game? And let's say I would vote to go on a walk, take our dog on a walk. Let's say your dad wanted to watch a movie. Let's say maybe a brother or sister also wanted to watch a movie. And let's say maybe your grandparents, if they're with you, or maybe your mom or dad wanted to walk the dog. So then this is what our tally chart looks like. We can see that 3 people voted to take the dog for a walk, 2 people voted to watch a movie, and nobody voted to play a board game. Okay? So you do not have to do this tally chart with your family. You could do a different one. You could do what your family's favorite dinner is, what your family's favorite thing to do on the weekends is, anything, okay? But make a tally chart, ask your family to vote, and then if you want to, you don't have to, but if you want to tomorrow, you can share your tally chart you made with the class, okay? All right, everybody, next on our schedule is story time. So we're going to read a couple books. All right, let me get our books ready. We are going to read, I told you we'd read this one, I'm a Frog. All right, so I'm a Frog by Mo Willems. And Piggy says, I'm a frog. So look, coming from the other page, we know it's Piggy because it's pink, right? Ribbit. And Gerald has a question mark. He goes, what? Here comes Piggy. Ribbit. Piggy? Ribbit, 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 ribbit. What are you doing, Piggy? I'm a frog. You are a frog? Yes. I didn't know that. Well, I was sure you were a pig. You look like a pig, and your name is Piggy. Gerald doesn't know that Piggy's just pretending. Gerald thinks that Piggy is really saying she's really a frog in real life. I was a pig. Now I'm a frog. Ribbit. You learn something new every day. Well, when did you become a frog? About 5 minutes ago. 5 minutes ago? 5 minutes ago she was a pig, and now she's a frog? Ribbit, what if I become a frog? Hopping all day. Hop. Eating flies. Look, Piggy's eating something. Oh, Ribbit. I do not want to be a frog. It's okay, Gerald. It's pretend. It is the end? No, Gerald, pretend. I'm pretending. What is pretending? Pretending is when you act like something you're not. Wow. And you can just do that? You can just go out and pretend to be something you're not? Sure, everyone pretends. Even grown-up people? And then Piggy says, all the time. Piggy is implying that grown-ups pretend to know what they're talking about when they really don't. You really do learn something new every day. Do you want to try it, Gerald? Do you want to try to be a frog? Ribbit. Gerald's thinking about it. I cannot. Yes, you can. Ribbit. No, I can't. Yes, you can. 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 No, I can't. Gerald, why can't you pretend to be a frog? Because I'm a cow. Moo. And look, Piggy's looking at Gerald with a heart, thinking, oh, my friend is great. Ribbit, 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 moo. They're both pretending. And the back is a bunch of piggies going ribbit, and Gerald's going moo, and one pigeon. And the pigeon says, woof. So funny. Okay, let's read one more book, and then we'll be done for the day with me. Okay, this book is also by Mo Willems. It's called Mo Willems Presents That Is Not a Good Idea. So this book is not a Piggy and Gerald book. It's not a pigeon book, but it is written by Mo Willems. So it is the same author and illustrator. Okay, and I think we should look for some little hidden pigeons in this book. Kind of like in that Goldilocks and the Three Dinosaurs book, there was those hidden pigeons. Okay, so look, the first pages, they see each other. The wolf and is it the goose or the duck? They see each other. What luck! Dinner. Excuse me, would you like to go for a stroll? Oh, look, I see a little bunny in the window. No pigeons yet, though. Sure. That is not a good idea. Would you care to continue our walk into the deep, dark woods? Look, there's the pigeon. Look, a little hidden pigeon there. And that looks like the pigeons with a unicorn. That's funny. Sounds fun. That is really not a good idea. Would you care to visit my nearby kitchen? I would love to. That is really not a good idea. Would you care to boil some water for soup? Certainly, I do love soup. That is really not a good idea. Would you care to look at my soup? A key ingredient is missing. That is really not a good idea. Oh, a key ingredient is missing. You! And he says, oh my! Splash, whomp, zoom! And then all the little chicks say, well, we did try to warn him. The end. And then the mama duck or goose says, more soup, children? That is not what I thought would happen, right? You thought maybe the wolf was gonna do the eating. Okay, everybody. So that is it for me today. You can have a little bit of break. And then I think it's library, maybe, I think. And then a little bit of break. And then you can see Miss Cornblith, okay, in the afternoon. All right, everybody. I will see you tomorrow morning back on Zoom. Bye.